Hello, everyone, and welcome into a brand new Let's Play series. This Let's Play series is going to be DAGMod, for lack of any other creative title, if you will, just simply because it's going to cover and showcase my mod that I've been working on. We've come a long way since the early days of me teasing. I think the early days of me teasing, I was around 1.6. I think the last video I had up was 1.6. 1.6 ish, 1.61, 2, 3, 4, and all that stuff. I think I even got all the way up to 1.6.10 or something like that. Maybe that was in 1.5. I don't remember. Heck, it could have even been 1.5. But here we are today, though. We're showcasing it. It's 1.10 is where we're at. This is going to be the last update before we roll over into 2.0. 2.0 is going to be a huge overhaul. I've already implemented some of the things that we're expecting into 1.10. I'm sorry, 2.0. So therefore, 1.10 would be best off if you decide to play it and you've been playing. If you've been playing it, which you had to be on 26.2 to be playing it because it's set for that. The latest 1.21.11 is left off at like 1.7.4, 1.8 or something like that. 1.7, I think it's 1.7 something. But just to ramble through and ramble on and get through this, though, we're on Minecraft Java 26.2 Fabric Loader 0.19.3 plus 1.21.11 is no longer supported. If you want to continue, if you're on that one, you want to continue to play what I do have, feel free. I will leave that up there, but just know that there are no future updates to it. It is end of life, EOL, and I intend to keep it that way. The simple reason why is because I want to stay updated with Minecraft, and since there's been so many changes between 1.21.11 and the 26 version, it's just easier for me to focus on one and not both. So again, 1.21.11 is absolutely still playable, and there shouldn't be much of anything broken, but it is dead. That project is dead, though. It's end of life, like I said. Moving on, though, basically in this Let's Play series, and this is going to be sort of a long Let's Play series, it might be about 24 episodes. You will not see me play to the end of the mod. You will see me only play about an hour to two per video, and all I'm doing is basically going over the basics to each character, or to the race and the class. There are 4 races as of right now. I plan to expand on that in the future. But there are 4 races. That's human, dwarf, elf, and orc. And there are 3 classes: warrior, mage, and rogue. And somewhere around 2.4, 2.5, we should be getting a new class. I'll just go ahead and spoiler alert. I'm planning on adding in the paladin, and we're gonna start seeing some holy / unholy powers and elements and stuff like that. So we'll see unholy characters, unholy mobs, being and the paladin will be doing holy damage against those. So we'll see where all that goes. But between then, we have at least 2 other dimensions that we're adding in. So that actually may be closer to 3.0 by the time I get it added in. 2.0 is going to be some huge changes. You're going to see a lot of things added, as in economy. You'll see coinage. You'll stop using emeralds to buy things, specifically through the merchants. The merchants will accept coinage. There's 4 types of coin. There's copper, silver, gold, and then platinum. Platinum is probably going to be, a rare thing to have or a rare thing to use, but that's probably going to be later in the game. But right now, you'll be using the bottom 3 tiers of the coinage more than anything. But The coins are there. They're just not in game. They're not wired in, but the textures are there. So you'll see 12 playthroughs, each unlocking one of DAGMod's unique class race synergies. And you'll see us do Human Warrior in this episode, Dwarf Mage, Elf Rogue, Orc Warrior, Human Mage, Dwarf Rogue, Elf Mage, and not, not in particularly any specific order, but we will try to make sure that each episode kind of showcases that class. I'll try to do my best ability. Sometimes I get in and I just start playing. Let me see. I'll show you through the basically we'll go through the mechanics of the mod, character creation via the race class. It used to be through the ultras in the Hall of Champion. When you started out, the first thing you had to do is go find a Hall of Champion. I've changed that. Now you go find Garrick at the end. Garrick you will choose your race and your class heritage through him, and then you'll do your 3 quests, your 3 tutorial quests, and then after that you'll basically be on your own to go forth and about. The class quests have been removed from the quest block because I think that the quest block has been so convoluted. And yes, it's still in its same generic bookcase form. I'm going to work on that, so hopefully by 20 or 2.0 you'll see a new quest block. I have an idea of basically inlaying like gold edges and stuff like that, so we'll see. But anywho, moving on. So yeah, I thought that the class quest just put too much into the quest block, and you got lost in translation or transportation, whatever. You got lost in the sauce, doing like 3 kinds of quests from the quest block. So I've removed the class quests from there and gave you, at the Hall of Champions, I gave you a class trainer. So you'll go to this class trainer and they will specifically give you a quest, and you'll be locked behind levels. So the first one unlocks at level 10. So you have to do a little bit of grinding, but then again, guess what? That Hall of Champions can be up to 5 to 10,000 blocks away from your current position. It's designed to be a destination and not right there for you. So it should be an earned task. You can completely play this game without having to earn any of your class quests and all that stuff. That's absolutely fine. So, but then you can keep track of all your class quests with the trainer. So if you don't know what's left to do, you can easily just go to them and click on them, and it tells you what's left to do. Leveling is still 1 through 200. You get 1 heart per 10 levels. You get +1 attack per 5 levels, and +1 armor per 10 levels. Your race class synergies and passive abilities you'll see how some of that stuff works. So it's important to choose wisely how you want to proceed. Human Warrior is almost a tank, and you'll see why. I do need to balance it out. I think they're too OP because you can basically sit underwater and drown and never lose life. So it's a little OP, but you can die. You can take the damage, and you can die. I've died, but it's your normal mobs for the most part, unless you just stand there and not do anything. They're going to tick away your health instead of absolutely just thrash you and kill you. But the stronger you, or the higher level you go, the stronger you become as well. And throughout this series, we'll talk about class kits, like for the warrior, the mage, the rogue, the items that they have. We'll potentially go through the class system. There's 64 plus quests. I intend to add more. And the book system is going to change. Currently, it's set to novice, apprentice, expert, and master. Each one unlocks at 5, 15, and 25 levels. So you have to be level 5 to unlock the apprentice. You get the novice at the beginning level. 15 for the expert, and then 25 for the master. I'll probably change that up a little bit. I've had a lot of feedback from a player that's been really playing the mod in depth, so I've been taking a lot of what they've suggested and tried to implement it as much as possible. We'll go over the 4 race specific epic chains, which we already kind of talked about. Epic quest chains, that's how you gain your abilities. It's 10 quests each. The bone dungeon is kind of changed a little bit. It is now only spawning in the Badlands and the desert environment. I'm trying to make sure that there's no water spawning. But there's still a lot of work that needs to happen to that, though. There's a few structures that's been added. The Hall of Champions has changed a little bit. The inns, taverns, and shops and stuff like that. There's a few of those that's being added in. You'll see spawning throughout the world. You'll see jewelers and I can never think of his name. The blacksmith and armorers and stuff like that. You'll see the merchants spawn throughout the world. So you don't have to just go to the Hall of Champions to find them. Hall of Champions now no longer can you steal the items from it. The items are the structure is protected. So if you try to break a block, it will let you know. You can place something down, but once you've placed it down, you can't break it back up. So be mindful about that. The only way to break a block is to be in creative mode. Let me see what else is on the list. Dimensions. We still have the Bone Realm as for the undead. The Dragon Realm is with the Dragon Guardian boss and the other dragons around there. They're just kind of a looting thing. I worked a little bit on the going back to the Bone Realm, though. I did work a little bit on the Skeleton King and the Skeleton Kingdom, if you will. As you'll see, it's just a redone or remade ancient city. I've changed the loot table in the chest and all that stuff. So I'm not very creative when it comes to sitting down and doing things. As you guys see, I usually use people's tutorials. So even some of the textures in this are just reskinned, changed the hue, saturation, and repositioned it. So just to give it a different visual appeal instead of your standard old stuff. So the mechanics, we have 13 NPCs rotating 72-hour premium stock. So your armor, your alchemist, blacksmith, jeweler, enchantsmith, and mystery merchant. Every 72 hours, their loot will rotate throughout, or is supposed to. I'm never in the area long enough for 72 hours for it to actually rotate. Now, that's supposed to be every 72 hours in game. But again, like I said, though, it's every time you turn around, it's like I'm off doing something else, having a squirrel moment. So, the party system, obviously, you can party up to 5 players. You get a 5 to 20% shared XP. You get a 50 for 50 blocks. Co-party quests. So they're supposed to be quests specifically to parties. Again, I don't have people to test with, so I can't really test any of that stuff out. But that's ideally where it's supposed to be. Hopefully, one of these days, I can actually get some people playing on my server. The current version that is released is 1.9. There was some changes and some things some bug fixes in 1.10. So this is actually 1.10 that we're playing today, showcasing some of the new things. This is the final version other than bug fixes, which you probably won't see it. If there are any bug fixes, it'll probably just roll over into 2.0. I did. I know I'm bouncing around here, so I do apologize. I'm trying to move forward. The loot. There's 11 armor sets, 15 weapons, 9 synergy shields, 5 mithril tools, 26 enchantments, consumables, and fantasy foods. We can go into more in depth on that. But as of right now, 1.10 was actually including class and race specific enchantments. So for the human warrior, we'll get it's a versatile and immovable enchantment. Versatile, basically, it grants extra XP. The human does not. The human is a balanced class is already getting like 25% XP. They're going to get more XP on top of it. And then you have immovable, which is basically its knockback resistance. Specifically on for an enchant and as an enchantable thing. And there's different levels of it. There's like 5 levels of it. So, basically, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to move forward into the episode. I know this first episode and probably every episode after is probably going to be, and you guys know how I play. If you've been around my channel for a little bit, I don't do these 30-minute videos. I like a let's play. I like to create content. I say I like to create content. I like to create videos that are unedited and uninterrupted. Every now and then, if I have to, I will pause the video and go do what I got to do and then come back and start it back up. But for the most part, I like to have videos that are uninterrupted and unedited. I don't like to sit down and edit the videos because to me, I don't want any convoluted or any accusations, if you will, open air quotes there, that I'm cheating in some way. You know what? This is a mod. It's Minecraft, and everybody can play how they want to play. So, and I don't care. I don't care how people play Minecraft. I mean, I would like to. I just like to see when people are like they're honest about how they play. None of this. Oh, I went and farmed for 12 hours when all they did was went in creative mode, and 5 minutes later they had a shulker box full of stuff. Right? Like I don't even care if you did that. If you gave yourself a shulker box full of items, I don't care. Just be honest with everybody about it, and I am the same way. I've used Lightmatica in the past for builds. I will say though that everything I did on the Minecraft Adventures, I honestly did through 100% me doing because I didn't have any cheats allowed, or I didn't allow any commands. It was a survival commands off. And so this particular one I am going to run because I think while this series is me playing, it's still a bug test as well. This is kind of an alpha test, if you will, or beta testing this, even though the mod itself is kind of in a release state. People's playing it. I've had some decent feedback on Modrent. There's over 1,300 people that have downloaded the mod, and so thoroughly, I'm genuinely pretty happy with it. 1,339 people have downloaded it. The latest version 1.9 has had 95 people downloaded over the last week, so I'm really happy with it. But yeah, 1,300 people downloaded over the lifetime. Look, 142 now. Excuse me. And that's not me downloading it a whole bunch of times. So, moving on. So this episode, this run, we are a human and warrior combination, and basically they're just a balanced class. They're an OP tank balanced class, but they're considered a balanced class. They get no extra stuff. They get I think they get like a +1 heart or something like that, +2 heart when they start off after they select it. But it's one of my favorites. I don't know why. I guess it's just human nature that I choose the easiest path or something like that. But for me, it's basically it's easy. Sorry, just going through my list of things of notes. I think that's it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new world and we're going to hit start. Should we do? Let's do DAGMod as a seed, so that way we can keep it the same, right? Generate structures on. If I can remember to do that. So 20 minutes in, I hope you guys have enjoyed the intro. I do apologize that it is a bit um probably a little bit droning for you. I do apologize. But yeah, as you can see, there is no Hall of Champions spawning nearby. I've changed a little bit on the intro book. You don't get the Hall of Champions compass. It's a an item. It's an earnable item, so you have to basically go and do the tutorial quest. Now it tells you to go find it right off the bat. Like it's given to you early, so it's a journey to go find it. It could be 5 to 10,000 blocks away. It could be closer, but generally it's about 5,000 blocks away. So, welcome to DAGMod, a race class RPG built on top of Minecraft. The first steps is to find the local inn, meet the innkeeper, Garrick. Excuse me. Register your class, your race and class, complete his 3 tasks, and then head to the Hall of Champions. The inn in Garrick, your first stop is the inn. Innkeeper Garrick is on the middle floor. I've moved him from out of the basement to the middle floor, so in probably the next version we'll actually have something in the bottom. I thought about putting the enchanting table and some stuff, but I've decided against it. But we want to talk to him to register our class, our racing class, and begin our 3 tutorial tasks. Once you complete this task, Garrick will give you 3 notes. I need to adjust that. Apparently, the text spacing and all this is, or the layout needs to be adjusted. So we'll end up with a 28-page book probably. I want the book to be knowledgeable for the players, so that way it went from being like 6 to 8 pages to being knowledgeable. The race 1 of 4 is human. The balanced, their key bonuses is 25% XP from all sources, a bonus XP from fishing and farming, no gathering penalties. They're versatile, suits any playstyle, best choice for fast leveling. So, and that's why I like it's fast leveling. A lot of I've just been playing it because it's easier for me to jump in and play test it. And then we have Dwarf the Miner. Their key bonuses are 20% mining speed, +1 heart, max health, bonus ore drops underground. So as they mine, they get extra. There's a chance at an extra if they're mining, let's say a piece of coal. If 1 coal drops, there's a chance that 2 pieces will drop. So there's a chance that they will get an ore drop bonus. Underground resistance and synergy. They do have a 5% movement speed, but I was asked why. Why are they the only ones? And all I could say was because, in an RPG, the typical RPG trope is the dwarves being little people, or they have little legs. That's why they have a movement speed penalty, and that's kind of why I went with it, right? But there's ways to make up with it. So there's shadow boots and stuff like that grant speed bonuses and everything. So there's ways around it. The elf and ranger is the third one. The elf or the ranger, key bonus is 15% movement speed, so they're naturally a little bit faster because they're quick on their feet. Again, that was an RPG trope. They have a 0.5 block reach, wood cutting, and archery bonus. So if they're cutting wood, they get an extra log drop. If they're shooting stuff, then they get extra bonus to the damage done. They get hero of the village trade. So as they're in villages, when they come into a village, they are automatically given hero of the village. So that way they can get a better deals on things. And that's just simply for the fact that the elves tend to be more friendlier and economical, if you will. Orc the warrior, their key bonuses plus 15% melee attack damage, +2 hearts, max health. Hunting and fishing bonuses, same thing. If they're hunting and fishing, they get an extra bonus out of it. So if they're hunting pig and chicken, stuff like that, then they get extra drop bonuses. Bonus damage to animals. The warrior, strength and honor, key bonuses: 20% melee damage, +2 max hearts, heavy armor proficiency. This still needs to be implemented, but I haven't done it yet. The items worn are supposed to have a weight penalty, if you will. So heavy armor is supposed to slow a person down. 5 combat abilities. So they'll get basically a rage totem, not Wrath of the Berserker, whirlwind, and some other things. Resources on cooldowns. They're a frontline tank, melee dominance. Mage's knowledge is power. Key bonuses: 50% potion duration, 100 point mana pool, mana regeneration, 4 abilities, plus wands, plus scrolls. There's a lot to them, and I intentionally did it because you kind of got to spec into it, if you will. Like, I haven't got to that point yet, but there's a lot that there's, I think, 14 scrolls altogether that and I may be wrong, that you can use with a mage. But do you want to be a fire mage? Do you want to be a frost mage? Do you want to be a what kind of mage do you want to be? There's lightning builds that you could potentially do. So, and that's what I wanted to go with. I wanted people to be able to create their own character, how they want to play. So a rogue, they strike from the shadow. Basically, they're all the shadow. They get all the shadow damage and stuff like that. Their key bonus is 30% movement speed, because rogues are quick on their feet. They're actually probably quicker than elves, I would think. Their 25% critical hit chance. They have a backstab bonus damage. That's hard to pull off. It really is. You have to basically sneak up on something and hit them from behind to get that. That's hard to do. They have 7 energy abilities. Their resource is energy. This is more to come when we go over the rogue. Quest blocks. Quest blocks are glowing blocks found in the Hall of Champions and scattered buildings. I haven't actually implemented the whole glowing block part, but I think that's where I'm going to start kind of making them go gold laden and stuff like that. They show main and side quests only. Complete Garrick's 3 tutorial quests at your end to earn your book. Class abilities. Your class abilities are unlocked through the class trainer NPC at the Hall of Champions. Each quest rewards an ability item. Hold it in your hotbar to activate that ability. And then there's more to that. Again, I've got to work on the length of these and then move them. I wanted to be very in depth and stuff like that, but I didn't realize it didn't actually go on all the pages. So it'd be nice if we could scroll, but we can't. Currently the dimensions are Bone Realm and the Dragon Realm. So far the Dragon Realm is the only place that you can mine mithril, but mithril is in the loot table for some of the other dimensions to come. Specifically the I would have to look it up, but the realm that the Spider Queen will, the Pale Garden, the one that I've been working on, the Pale Garden, that one is going to be the basically the Spider Realm. So and then just a list of commands that you have in that you can use, and that's just the basic commands. So that's what we have. So let's go over here. And again, you'll always spawn close by this. There's the quest blocks. Come up here. So first things first, we want to choose the human and then the warrior. And then as our first task, we want to prove our resourcefulness. I need wood for the end's fireplace. Gather 10 of them. Okay. This. Oh, let's do that. And we just need 10, so any 10 will do. But if you play long enough and you know what the quests are gonna be, you know, after you get the first one, it's basically I need 3 wheat and an apple. Got the first note. And yes, if you come up here, all this is the same. Nothing has changed. All the enchantment books are still there. I haven't changed them out or anything. So now the next thing is we need to kill 5 mobs. So I would suggest at this point to go find a cave, because you still... Oh, there's the new thing. The new biome. Don't forget to mine, because mining helps out with your XP. Oh, hey, look, citrine. I've also included gems are still a work in progress, but they do have an implementation into, like, you do have a means of doing gems. Right now we're doing cut gems. I hear a space cube, or a sulfur cube. I've yet to harvest any of this. Oh, looky there. Come on, give me. Is that the only one? I've also implemented, this is before I actually updated to 26.2. Oh. I did implement into it, though, basically brimstone now. So, oh, here we go. Nice. There's another one. Ooh. Piece of candy. But yeah, I've added in like brimstone and stuff like that just because of I didn't know that this, you know, the sulfur was being added in, or I did add it in because I knew it was being added in, but I wanted to kind of be on top of it and already have those had the stuff added in. So after I changed it and it allowed for the potent sulfur and all that stuff, I basically changed the blocks that I had in the game or in the mod to brimstone. So the brimstone would be an item that you would use as a crafting agent or in potentially let's see any. Oh, okay. One. Two. Ooh, piece of candy. But yeah, I've had a lot of suggestions for this mod, how to make it better and all that stuff. And really, all I can kind of come down and say is like, you know, I do appreciate it, but um, the main goal is that on this particular mod, it's how do you play it? And for the most part, I look at it like if you played Minecraft and you beat it, where do you go from there? And while yes, you start off at level 0 and all that stuff here, it's you still have something that you can gain toward. And what I mean by that is like okay, defeated. But what I mean by that is like when you beat Minecraft and you're basically in that part of the just starting all over and doing it all over again type of thing. You look at you look at what you do and you're like, well, where do I go from here? And you basically you start doing in-game stuff. And that's absolutely fine. Like, do your in-game stuff, do whatever you want to do. But all I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to play Minecraft just a little bit differently. And that essentially is where we're at. Safe travels. If any of that made sense. Like, this is how I want to play. I want to play, like, Minecraft with quests. I want to play Minecraft with options instead of just trying to play it as a, sorry, got sidetracked. Got distracted. Bear with me, guys. Caught up on all the messages. Drink of water. But yeah, part of the armor. It's the last one. I think on all of them. And then there's like a savage in there and stuff like that. And honestly, these are all low levels. Oh, and I did change Heart of the Armor. Heart of the Armor was giving like up to like 20 levels of hearts, or down at the bottom, 20 hearts. And if you were level 200, that's already 30 hearts plus another 20. So 50 hearts is way more than enough. So I changed it so that way Part of the armor actually gives armor absorption, so you get the yellow hearts instead of the we need reach. What is this? This is efficiency. Efficiency and soulbound, or not efficiency, soulbound and shadow are actually pretty decent ones. Savage, Savage. Savage. What's that one? Siphon. Siphon's a good one to have. I will probably for sure take the extra damage. Extra damage is okay. But it's only good for netherite items. So unbreaking. Oh yeah, I also added in the text. What's comment or a player was like, what do they do? A description would be nice. I'm like, okay, I got you. I got you. Lucky Looter's a good one to have too, especially early game. May go ahead and apply Lucky Looter. And then Siphon if I can. Is early in the game. Shadow increases movement speed. And if I can, and I know it's a bit much. Wait, did I even... So if we go back to here and look, it will... I've changed a few things up a little bit. So now it tells you the quest and you can scroll through the quests available. Available quests. Can't remember why this is here and why it's doing this. So complete first quest. All right. So where we want to go. Unbreak my heart. This is why I wanted to. I was playing it on another version. So we want to go to -260. -260. -2960. So waypoint, we want to add a waypoint. -2960. -7750. And I know that's not right. $77.28. I wasn't far off. I was not far off. So, 8,800 blocks away. Well, that'll give us some XP. But yeah, Shield Bash. Don't forget, Shield Bash is an ability that you get right off the bat. So when you choose a warrior, you're automatically given a Shield Bash. Man, this almost looks vaguely familiar to another one that we've done. I've also changed a few things in the Hall of Champions. There is um, an anvil. I thought to myself, like, I don't want to have to implement anything where the anvils are re-added in or anything like that, right? So all I simply want to do is I want to make a non-destroyable anvil. Hey, look, there's that. I can actually complete a quest here. Well, I can't complete the quest. Yay! My first bundle. So what I ended up doing was I made a non-destroyable a non-destroyable anvil for the blacksmith. So the blacksmith will have a an anvil that a player can go up and use it as many times they want. They can't break it. So it can't be mined. The only way it can be moved from place, it has to be broken in creative mode. So if I was to ever set this up, what is this? This is a structure I haven't seen in a while. Oh yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to give the player the ability, and again, like I said, this isn't like playing Minecraft in the traditional sense. So I decided to... Did I already go in here? I did not. I don't need potatoes, but I'm going to take them. Well, you know what? It's going to be okay. I need XP, so I need to level up. So we can go a couple of nights without sleeping. So yeah, the player has an anvil that will never break. It will never... Is that a geode? Bear with me, guys. I'm just checking something out. Yeah, it's a geode. It's a geode. I thought I had free cam on here, but I guess I don't, and that's fine. All of that. All of that iron I left behind. Is it worth even going back for? Kind of think it is. Oh, boo. That's fine. I can go back and trade in that quest. I mean, I guess I could go over there and trade it in. See what we have over here. This is not... Okay. Oh, there's a whole other... What is this? There's an anvil. So, that's fine. So let's do this. I have Shadow, Siphon, and Lucky Looter. So we'll do this. Nope. Lucky Looter. Siphon. Oh my goodness, that sounds disgusting. And then Shadow. Yep. Oh, but I also have this. That can go there. That there. Collect 5 any logs. 16 bread, 32 cobblestone, 16 logs. Bazooka. Don't need feathers, so what's this? Blazing Strike. Light's Blessing. Mending. Mending would be a good one to have. What we want to put it on? Because there's a good chance I'm going to find something. Yeah, these are all preloaded, as you guys know, so take note in what I have. Freaking lime is a good one to have. One, two, three. 7 exit to P. That's fine. Light's Blessing really only does much against
Ah! Come on!
nice. Yeah, see, like I'm saying, the damage on the poison fights is not much. It's more annoying than it is anything. But you can die if you don't you don't eat and all that stuff. So should I go back and get the iron? I'm gonna go back and get the iron. Not that I will need it, but it would be nice to have. Actually, what is my quest? Collect any 5 logs. Oh yeah, there's no need to jump. That's what climb is for. Hi. Ooh, I should probably go ahead and turn this quest in while I'm here. Go collect more logs. There's 16 logs, so I need to go collect 10 logs. But, you know, it's good to know, you know, or I guess as any Minecrafter would be, it's always good to have, you know, some logs on you, because you never know when when a quest is going to require it, so. And don't necessarily throw the foods away. You will need them. Well, you could potentially need them. Different ones give different buffs and stuff like that, so. Now we're moving back forward. See, I think even that one over there or wherever, I think it will even have the this one. It's even going to have the. Oh, there's a whole nother village over there. Let's see what that village has before we move forward. I really need to quit because it's a village. The village is in particularly with my mod, the villages have nothing. So if you're going to a village to look for something new, you won't find anything. If you're going to a village to look for resources, then whatever resources they have is what you'll find. So if you're, you'll find um, resources for, um, whether it be if you need leather, you need this and that, you need some food, coinage or emeralds. Now, don't get me wrong, emeralds will not be I'm not going to not have emeralds be part of trade or anything like that. So the traders and all that stuff will still have they will still have their means in which you use them. So you'll still trade a normal uh with merchants and stuff like that, or traders. You'll still trade with them, the villagers. I'm not touching the how all that stuff works because I don't want to change that part of the game. I still want Minecraft to have its main components that you're familiar with. But you'll just have other things like merchants that you'll trade with that will use coinage. So if you want to buy diamonds, currently they still use diamonds and emeralds as a means of buying and selling. Oh, see, and this is why I didn't really do much with the this is why I didn't do anything. I guess I could have just pulled it off though. Ugh. Ugh, that's gross. But again, that's when the economy will be added. The economy hasn't been added yet, so this is where I'll use mending and all that stuff. Oh, and that being said, you can now. But one thing I did change about the mod was that you can now. Um, you can now add enchantments without having the too expensive penalization, or yeah, I guess call it being penalized. So I added all. You know how you have to add the enchantments in by applying them in certain methods. Yeah, so I was able to set it up so that way you could add them one at a time. Excuse me. And then when it comes down to okay, for instance, so like the sword, the for lack of better words, the god sword that you would enchant. If you was to add one more thing to it, so let's say like extra damage, you saw that one from the beginning. So let's say we want to add extra damage to it. The issue with it is that you could only get so many on there. Well, now you can get all 7 or 8 enchantments, whatever, on it. But what you have to do is have the XP points. Oh, no, let's not go down there. You gotta have all the XP points. And to add extra damage would have cost like 73 points, right? So 73 XP. So that's that way. Now all you have to do is just have the XP points, and then you're good to go. This is the jeweler, right? Nope, it's an empty shell. Yeah, so you no longer get the too expensive. I'm looking for actual snow because one quest says to gather up snowballs, and it's a relatively uh quick quick quest. So I was going to try to go ahead and get ahead of the game and be like, oh, I already have the snowballs. No quests. hello. Still 6,800 blocks away. By the time I get there, the episode will be over. And I may actually just call it there for today. And then show you, like I think I'm going to do an episode 2 hours long. Each episode 2 hours long. And then from there, there's an igloo over there, it appears. And then from there, 2 episodes, each 2 hours long. That made sense. I know I probably said that a couple times. My brain just it's weird. 12 things are trying to fire off at once, so oh. Yay. Golden apple. Potion of weakness. Potion of whackness. Golden apple. Give me that back. Which? We'll go back up here. Come on, change. Probably take a minute. Oh god. Well. Shit. Oh. What was that? What? Why did that do that? Is it supposed to be infested stone? Is that what's going on? Oh, there it is. It's like what? Whoa! I heard you. Mm. Definitely won't be coming back here, so it's not like I need all this stuff, but and yeah, and if you didn't couldn't tell that in this mod you can dry rotten leather or rotten flesh out to make leather. I mean, there's data packs out there that do that, but okay. Yeah, we've got some. We got some traveling to do. What is around here? Nothing. That works too. Actually, I think you only needed 16. That is a drowned temple, or whatever. Alright, stretching my back. All kinds of pops went on in that. Yeah, as you can see, though, I was drowning, but I wasn't dying. Which is why I say that I think the damage to that is a little too OP. I'll probably change it so that way the damage absorption is negated by the by drowning. I should probably. Guess I should probably get a boat or a Nautilus. I will say this though, that I would like to implement fast traveling. One of these days I'm going to implement. But one of these days I will implement fast traveling and all that stuff. I just haven't done it yet. It's a matter of doing the textures, the blocks, and all that stuff, and then putting the logic in behind it. It's something I will do. I do want to do. I take. I'll try to take like influence, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Maybe not influence per se. But I do try to take an idea. You know, I try to get an idea from another mod, and there's a few other mods out there that I have that I would love to have in this. But I'm not really sure about how I want to implement them, so I don't. To the north. Ah! Hello. Is there a chest down there? There is. Okay, sometimes there's not. And sometimes it's not even worth it. Okay. There was another... That's right, I don't have, Ah, get out of there! I need to also bring the bar down right there. The ability bar needs to be brought down some. It's still up too high. Where it was covering the bubbles and the mount health. Hey, look, there's another ocean monument over there. You know, that was something I never did do in my in Minecraft Adventures. I never did go to an ocean monument. There's still so much to do. I really do need to make another episode. It's not over. I might bring it back. But I'm just kind of you know, really wanting to focus on this now. I've got so sidetracked, you know, playing Diablo, and with the season being over, it kind of makes me want to, or not the season. For me, the season is over. There's still like a whole nother month and a half left, or you know, up into whatever. Oh shit, there's. That could go off in the food, even though it's not technically food. Dadgum. More ice. Did I not break the... I did. Nothing. 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 You know, I don't really need potatoes. I really don't. I need bread and coal more than I need the potatoes and the... Alright, came in here. What are y'all doing in here? Never mind. Oh, hello. It's over there. I've got a few XP points I can spend. I should probably go ahead and put mending on some of the stuff that I have. Hello. Collect 20 cobblestone and 3 iron ingot. Yeah, see, this is a blacksmith's anvil. Same thing. Never really noticed the difference. Climb. Bezaka. Bezaki. Hey, look, there's there's more. Collect 8 bread and 4 cooked beef. And see, this is where I'm like, oh yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and I kind of want to add mending in this to this. Ooh, I do have some XP. Dang. Do this. I'm gonna go ahead and put these here. I'm gonna apply mending to these. I'm going to add that back to there. Oh no, let's not do that. Go ahead and do this. Apply that to there. Go down here. That. So there's all of that. Oh, it's got about 10 minutes. I've got more than that, but I was just trying to hurry up and get to um this. Circle 3. Oh, I'll go over there and see what the get a new quest. And then while I'm over here, I guess I could actually grab up the other books and start preparing the... Oh, hey, look, there's a thing over there. Who is that? Part of the armor. I didn't actually... Efficiency. So siphon is 1. Savage, and then that's Lucky Looter. Oh, 1 iron sword, 1 pickaxe, 8 bread, and 1 leather chest armor. How convenient. Pick, sword. Just use that. And then what was the other one? Bread? We apparently are not going to make it to... Nah, we're about 2,000 blocks out. Yeah, it'll be a little bit longer of an episode. I was kind of shooting for, 2 hours. There was a 20-minute intro, so about 220. Gives us about 4 minutes. We're still 1,600 blocks out, so that's another good 10, 15 minutes. So, probably, yeah. This is the one. Red sand. Oh, goodness. Can I... siphon goes on. Yeah. There's nothing here. So if I was to... We got the snowballs. Jungle wood's not an issue. Well, it is, but it's not. Whoops. So, iron ingot. I got it. Two. Two. It's more than I absolutely need. Do this because it's going to have some overage. Okay. Uh, see, these two. What's this gonna cost? 10. Okay. Sunset. Let's go sleep. Then we'll make our way over to that building and see what's over there. And then... And then we'll be off. I think it's just a regular... Just like a regular cottage. Nope. What do we have here? An armor. Yay. Okay. What can we buy? Not a whole lot. Six. So I can only buy two pieces of well, that give me a mithril sword. Uh-huh. Six, and now two more. I should probably put a crafting station in here, like maybe right here or something like that. Sharpness and unbreaking. I mean, that would be. But see, that one doesn't have a downward. Sure as heck does. Look at there. But we're not going to deal with it. So 16. No. 9. Right? So 9 and 11. That only still gives me enough to buy one. Shit, wrong way. saw a whole bunch of zombies. So it's almost like it's a zombie spawner. Collect sand, junglewood, zombies and skeletons. Okay, that one I can do in the next little bit. Um, Still, it would be nice to be able to enchant with like versatile and immovable, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Whoa. I'm just gonna go over here and see which one this is. Just can't tell from the top. Which that was one of the things that one of the player or one of the players had said, like change it up a little bit so that way you can tell which one it is from afar. But doing that though is you still might want to come over here and try to gather stuff. So it doesn't really matter. Does it really matter which one this is? I do have a mending book. Mending. The only thing that I don't have mending for is actually. I'm gonna see if I can do it. I don't think I can. It's probably gonna be like 7. Ah, 2. Perfect. Let's see. I know I just put it up. I want to see what it's going to cost me. To do Savage. Crap, I can't put Savage on it because Savage and Sharpness does not work together. So. Cost 4. 4 day. Oh, hey, look. $128 cobblestone. Here we go. I could take a break. Go over here and get some of these. $44, so I need 5 more logs. 2, 5, 6. Ouch. Well, while we're out here, let's see what's over here. Curse of Finishing. Ouch. 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 Hmm. All right, going back. Beef stew, mystic stew. I don't remember what the beef stew does. Good strength. That does nothing. Nutrition. What the? 11. Looking back at me. Should I make a chest plate? Should I make a chest plate? I don't have any more mending. Siphon and Berserk. Greatly increases attack speed and damage, but inflicts hunger on yourself for each strike. Yeah, it's kind of worth it. See what it takes. Oh yeah. Oh well. All right, and we're off. Wait a minute. Is there anything else I can do right quick? 64 cobblestone, 32 planks, and collect glass. Seven, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Need to collect sand anyway, so. 16, 17, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. 51. Two, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 3, 4. What? Oh. Oh no. No, no. Goodness. Go around it. Well, how much was it? Planks or How many planks? I turned the rest of them into... 32 planks, so I only need like 8 logs. Five. Gotta get the glass. Piece of carpet. Axe Emerald 150 XP. 150 XP, okay. Now, what do I want to add this to? Still got a couple more I gotta do, but I could probably work it through another one. 8 beef, pork chop, 12 leather, 4 milk buckets. Oh, this is where I actually have to craft. For those, the I don't know why I'm carrying this around. I can't do anything with it. It's not part of the game in any way. There's nothing in it other than the sulfur itself to use. There's no reason to use it. So let's just do this. Leather, do I have any? I don't. I still need to... We'll move forward. Trying to get to the stopping point. This is taking longer than I was hoping for, so... Don't think there's anything in here. I could definitely sell that. Don't want to. I could sell. Ooh. That only gets me 2, 18. Four pieces. Did I ever pick up my... I did. Sun's going down. That's fine. We'll be able to complete the 12 carrots. Goldines. During nightfall, so we'll be able to complete the kill zombies and skeletons. Matter of fact, here's one. Come back here. Kill skeletons. Now, where's the zombies? Give me some zombies. There's one. I don't even know what building it is. I came over here like, you know, This a jeweler? This is a jeweler. No, this is an empty one. There's that glorious beam. And the halls of champions. We are here. One thing I did think. Okay, so firstly, so now we can actually go do this. Right click to accept. Available. You have too many active quests. Oh yeah, I gotta turn one in. Now I can accept it. Fury. Basically, what I need to do is kill zombies, skeletons, and collect 16 iron ingot. The 16 iron ingots is not up. Actually, it's going to be fun. But we need 15 zombies and 10 skeletons. We can get them all out here. Well, I say we can get them all out here. If we're lucky enough, we can get the one is the loneliest number. So yeah, that was the sorry, I kind of got tunnel vision and and got to thinking like, oh, you know, it's dark. Go ahead and get this done. Or, you know, it's still nighttime. Go get it done. And in fact, I can't because there's nothing spawning around here. One. Not gonna have to wait. Hopefully it keeps raining. It won't keep raining. So now everything's going to burn up. 6 out of 10. Unless I go underground. The zombies in the husks don't count. It has to be zombies. And neither does the excuse me. Neither does the the none of the skeleton variants or anything like that count. It has to be the base variant. So I may change it. It would be pretty. I mean, it would make sense to kind of be able to any of the variants, but I myself just don't really want to, you know, because one could. I mean, I'm trying to make this balanced and somewhat fair. So what I mean is, I don't want people to be like, oh, I could just go to the desert and sit there and kill husks and all the other ones, and it'll work. I mean, yeah, that would be nice, but that's not how it works. So. Must be below me. Alright. Skeleton's complete. Well. Oh, a diamond.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
15. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that one's nothing. I bet you there's a dragon up there. Ooh, I almost fell down. Fell down, go boom. Uh. If I had climbed 3, this wouldn't be an issue. Yeah, see, as you, well, I'll show you here in a little bit. Uh, so yeah, if you try to break it, yeah, holds champion sacred ground. Its stones cannot be moved. Bam. Collect 16 iron ingots. Iron good ingots. Good ingots. Good ingots. Well, this may have to be a tomorrow thing. However, can I? uh, oh, I love it. You love it. You gotta love it. But it only puts me at 14, though. However, see. I didn't. Oh, I didn't kill enough zombies. What? Thought there wasn't enough zombies killed. Oh, wait. Oh, is it dark time? It's dark time. Victory power. Season of adventure. Before we get to, let me teach you the crafting ways. Yeah, for some reason though, it's not. Um. Um. So you put them in here first. You need the cutter, and then you need a bottle of water or a bucket of water. It turns it into a cut gem, and you take the the cut and put it into here with diamond powder. You get diamond powder by smelting diamonds in the blast furnace, and then it turns it into a polishing station. And then you can also do crushing, and the crushing is for if you're going to do it will be for doing um, let's go out here and do this real quick.
Here.
Ragey Totem. And a sword. An iron sword. Yay. Another iron sword. Alright. So, that's going to be it for this episode. And you can see you can buy different items from them. You want to buy the do I have 9. To buy the mithril, you'll need emeralds and mithril. This will eventually be yeah, coinage. This is the trophy dealer. You just buy all kinds of different things. You can sell Heart of the Sea. I didn't even think about collecting the Heart of the Seas. Heart of the Seas. Heart of the Seas gets you diamonds. So. You can buy a mithril axe. You just need the equivalent stuff. Same with the diamond, but there's no point because it's you'll find it. Jungle wood. If I would have saved an emerald, I probably could have. No. So if I want jungle wood, which I need jungle wood, so that's 3 of the items there. Now I just need the sand. But you can literally like buy almost any of the stuff that you need. You don't even ever actually have to go. You want enchantments. You'll be able to buy them here. I don't know why this is still broken. It shows enchanted. It just shows enchanted book. It's probably because it didn't actually recognize the mod. Buy enchanted bottles. So if you need XP, alchemist. Buy all the stuff you need. You can even buy dragon's breath. Get away! Get away! Get away! So yeah, you can buy the dragon's breath. You can buy everything you need to do the potions. Shit, there's that. I like to make the antidote potions. So same with the vendor over here. You can the armor you already saw. The armor wants. These are supposed to rotate. These are supposed to be the premium ones. So. I changed the someone said that the Nature's Guard and the Solar Weave armor look the same, so I changed the Solar Weave armor. That's great. So the next one is actually the bone locator. So that'll allow us to get to the bone dungeon. That's going to be the next episode. In the next episode, and that's honestly about as far as that's honestly about as far as I've got in the in the mod as far as the storyline goes. Like there are other things there, but I just, for the most part though, it's basically um, the Bone King is about as far as progressional uh, story that I have. So anyway, thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know it's longer. It's approaching 3.5 hours long, but it's a huge mod. There's we barely got into any of it. I honestly, like, we've hardly scratched the surface. There's still the Bone Dungeon to go to, the Bone Realm, Ossuary Depths is what it's called. There's the Burnt Lands or Scorched Lands, Burnt Lands, or something like that. What the? Trying to do my outro. Anyway, yeah. So there's still a lot to do in this mod. I'm really happy with the way it's came along. It's almost a gig in download, but honestly, I think it's fun. I think there's still a lot of potential for it to move forward. So, you know, if there's a link in the description on where you can find it. You can find it on Modrent. Feel free to join my Discord if you want to chat. If you're playing it and you want to chat about it, you want to give me some ideas. There's also on GitHub. There's there's the link to GitHub in the link of the. There's a link on Modrent to my GitHub. So if you have any feedback, you're playing it and you have some feedback on it, what you would think would make it a little bit better, then feel free. All right, like I'm very, very open-minded, and I want this, even though this is what I've done so far, other than a couple other people making suggestions. What I've done so far is just generally has been my thought process on how it's done. It doesn't mean that's the way it's got to be. You know, it's just this is the way I'm playing it. So I hope everyone could take the opportunity to play it themselves and get an idea for you know, how they think it could go. It is RPG, so it's everybody has a different experience in RPG. It's kind of RP/RPG. So ideally, what I'm looking for me personally, on my server, I have a server. For me personally, I'm looking for RP slash people to actually kind of play the storyline. That's why I said earlier, you can set up parties, you can set up guilds and all that stuff. Now, a lot of that still has to be implemented. It hasn't been added. The party system has been added. It needs to be tested out. But it's hard to test out when you only have one player. I have another account. There's a couple of other accounts. I got my account, my girlfriend's account. I could probably just log in and then test around with that. But anywho, I digress. I'm going to wrap this up, but I thank you all for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoy the mod. I hope you enjoyed the series. This is going to be about a 24 episode series. I'll try to do, as things come out and things change, I'll try to make update videos, but do look at this being at least 2 episodes per class. There's 24 ways to do this if my memory served correctly. I'll have to go back and look and see. No, 12, I'm sorry. There's 12 combos. There's 12 combos, so that means there'd be 24 episodes. I could do about 3 episodes per combo at the most, and you'll just basically be seeing the same playthrough, other than it'd be a different character and stuff like that. But I gotta play through them because I have to make sure that they're balanced and ready to play. The warrior is the only one I've been playing, so it's been getting my undivided attention. The warrior class, the mage, and the rogue, they're viable, but I think they're just weak. I don't think they do the damage numbers that they need to be doing. But anyway, again, thank you everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Again, I apologize for being on a short hiatus. Just I wasn't in the mood. I wasn't in my headspace to be sitting down and doing stuff. I had 12 other things going on. So thank you all for continuing to stick around. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. All right. Bye bye.